Hello and welcome back to the second video in the advanced scripting series. In this video, I'm going to be talking about tools and remote events. I'm going to go over them by making a really simple part placing tool. Insert a tool into workspace, and then a part, and then you'll want to put a script inside of the tool, and then put a local script inside of the tool. Oh, also drag the part into the tool, and then rename it to handle. And it has to be spelled like this, with the capital H. Sometimes the tool will be made up of multiple parts, so this just signifies that this is the main part that you want to hold. Also, if you're wondering about the local script in the tool, it'll still run. If I play the game and then I pick up the part and then I look inside of my character, the tool is there. This means that the local scripts can run. Look, there's another one inside of my character called animate, and that animates everything. I want this tool to place a part wherever we click. We want the part to place on the server so that everybody sees that I placed the part, but we can only get the mouse locally from a local script. So to communicate between the client and the server, we can use a remote event. Just add it in there. Okay, so we'll just come on into the local script. And then we'll reference the tool. Then the remote event. There's an event for the tool, which is called activate, which fires whenever the tool is activated. Pretty self-explanatory. There we go. Once the tool is activated, we want to get the player's mouse. So to do that, we need to reference game.players. And since we're in a local script, there is a property of players called local player, which is going to be the player using the tool. Once we have the player, we can use getMouse to get the mouse, and then we can use .hit to get the position of the mouse. And hit is actually a C-frame. That means it returns a rotation and a position. But we just want the position. So we'll put in .position. Also turn this into a variable, call it something like data. So once we have that data, we can send the mouse's position through the remote event to the server script so that it can place the script for the server. So to do that, we need to get the event and then use the fire server function. And then in the space there, you can put in data. Now it doesn't look like there are any parameters up there, but the ... just means that you can add in an unlimited amount. So if you want to send over more data, you can. You just have to separate it with commas. Okay, so since we're done here, we can go over to the script. And then we can connect an event when the remote event is fired. Local... Oh, we need to reference the remote event in here as well. Event.onServerEvent. So when the remote event is fired, it will detect it in this script with the event. This part confused me a lot when I was first learning about remote events. You can see here in the parameters of the function, there's the player function, and then afterwards there is the 3 dots. When you connect a function to a remote event, the first parameter of this function here will always be the player who triggered the event. Then you would do a comma, and then anything after this comma is the data that we put in here. So it'll be the player, and then it'll be the mouse position. So technically we don't need the player, but we have to put the player to get the mouse information, because the mouse information is after the player. So to summon a new part, we can instantiate it. Create a variable, call it part, put in instance.new, and then quotation marks, and then part. It should pop up in this window. This function just creates stuff. So now we have to set this part's position to the mouse position, which is the data. So we can do part.position is equal to data. And the other thing that we have to do is set its parent, because if we don't, it'll just not show up anywhere. So we'll just put this into workspace. Part.parent equals workspace. Make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. Let's try testing it. So this is a tool. You just run over to pick it up. And then if we click, there you go. It summons a part at our mouse position. Going up. Whoa! Okay. Oh, and then just quickly, we can see that if we switch to the server, that the parts appear there. This means that everybody will see the parts. That's all for tools. I hope this made sense. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. The next vid will probably be on C-frames. Bye bye.